Hello, everyone. Before we make some big announcements, we want to wish everyone out there the happiest Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We love all of you.
We sure do. We hope all our listeners enjoy their Valentine's Day and get to spend it with loved ones. We have some announcements to make. Olivia, why don't you tell everyone what happened this week?
This week we got our 100,000th download.
That's right. This week, on Tuesday night, Curious Kid Podcast reached the milestone of 100,000 downloads.
Whoa, thank you so much for your support on our journey.
When we started with this podcast, we couldn't have dreamed we would get this far. It took us 72 days to reach our first 1,000 downloads. Then something funny started happening. Our podcast started to grow and grow. It means so much to us that so many people have enjoyed listening to our podcast.
Curious Kid Podcast has been listened to in 122 countries.
That is amazing. I wouldn't even be able to name 122 countries, and somehow the podcast has been embraced by other countries. Curious Kid Podcast even went to number 1 on the Educational Podcast for Kids charts in several different countries.
We want to do something big to thank everyone for all the love and support.
We sure do. And what better day to do that than on Valentine's Day? All our listeners mean so much to us. And we know that without you, Curious Kid Podcast would not be around.
That's why we want to make you a bigger part of the podcast.
We sure do. What we've done is we've created a special phone line you can call to leave us a voicemail.
You'll know you dialed the right number when you hear my voice.
And after the beep, leave us a message. Tell us your name, your age, and where you're from. After you've done that, tell us whatever you want to tell us.
You can tell us what you're curious about.
Sure, or you can tell us what your favorite episodes of the podcast have been.
That's a good one. Or you could tell us your favorite color or your favorite song.
Why not? You can even call us just to say Happy Valentine's Day. And here's the good part.
We are going to play lots of your messages in our episodes.
That's amazing. So leave us a message, and you never know, your message might show up in the next episode of Curious Kid Podcast.
Daddy, I think we're forgetting something.
That's strange. I thought we covered everything. What did we forget?
You forgot to give them the phone number to call.
You're right about that. I guess it would be hard to call us without the number. Grab a phone and dial 856-425-2324 and leave us a message. We've even included the phone number in the show notes, so you don't have to remember it or write it down. Dial 856-425-2324 and say hi to us. It would make our day.
Bye, everybody. Have a good Valentine's Day.